And it's certainly not looking any smoother right now. And that's the thing, right? When you're up against a team like Complexity, when you've got blameF on the other side, he does his research, he crunches the numbers, and if he sees something that he thinks is exploitable, even if, you know, maybe with what Complexity like to do normally, it wouldn't be. He will put the effort in to refine it and make sure that they're exploiting it to the fullest extent. And it's just been countless top site hits right now for Cole, and it's left him in a really good spot. You know, we've already seen Vitality try and adjust to this a little bit, what with Apex occasionally playing Heaven to help out inside of that A-bomb site, but still hasn't bailed them out as much as you would like.
Yeah, and it's like the idea of conditioning. We sort of saw that in the Heroic Liquid game just a moment ago. Heroic constantly taking A and Liquid having to adjust as a result and therefore leaving other areas more empty. Cole, they get out A, but they're trying to get down the vent.
They're blocking each other in the
smoke. Yeah. JKS is now behind the vent. That's not where you want to be. Oh, sneaking down. They do it, but into the AWP they go. ZywOo ready. Oh, was a call made. He seems aware. Rush is also in position. It's like the idea of conditioning. We sort of saw that in the Heroic Liquid game. A nice shot. Can't follow up. Nivera comes down in the back line and keeps B under control. Shox needs to go back up. That's happened too many times. Vitality have over-rotated B. Shox real. And he retreats from the ramp side, getting it back into that position. Cole still looking interested in A. It's all that they've done. But not only two players here, plus Nivera in the vents. He's going to go ahead of the Molotov. On the ladder, he gets one. Almost Oton, who can't flick down surely, as Vitality finally hold the A site. And yeah, that one was a little bit more obvious, right? You lose your vent players, you trade 4-3, Cole walk out door, Apex is already heaven. That was a nice little round there for Vitality.
I love that chase from Nevera as well, right? Like, leaves ZywOo alone, just runs down through the vent, gets the trade, almost the double up through vent as well. So we are seeing the adaptations in for Vitality. You can have ZywOo in the right place at the right time. Shock's getting aggressive through ramp. This time ZywOo trying to push his luck a little bit outside, and he does have Apex to help him out as well, getting up on top of the garage. ZywOo, oh, he's got a... Oh, he got the tag onto Rush, who was like in T-spawn, by the way. I don't even think that was the guy he was aiming for.
Take it.
ZywOo just feels destined to hit people, even if it isn't the intended target. Ooh, he hears these footsteps as well in towards ramp. Oh dear. Everywhere they go, ZywOo's there. They're like, he was just outside. He just hit me in T-spawn and now he's down on B. Well, you got to try and get past him, and Rush eventually will. Otan holding over towards ramp is getting pressured now by Apex. This B site, the one that Complexity are trying to end up on. The rotations are already in for Vitality, though. Blame holding the line. They don't get through that smoke. However, Apex will offer up a fighting chance in this round with the double. Missed shot from Otto, and now these two are getting very claustrophobic in the control room. RPK has been waiting for Shox to join him. There's the swing, and it falls to Otto, but he can't pierce the armor of this tank. 6 on the board for Vitality as they tie this up with the B retake.
Yeah, I mean, the space Vitality gives ZywOo there is excellent as well, right? Not just him going outside out of spawn and trying to fight into T-spawn, but as you said, immediately dropping B, running up ramp. Shox concedes the ramp position to let them down into ZywOo. He only gets one there, but he at least buys time. Vitality already have heavy secret rotations. Apex comes in with a big couple of kills, and same story for RPK, who waits that smoke patiently after Nevera runs through and dies. Sacrifices himself for the info, and RPK makes good work with it. 6-all. Careful with those jumps outside. Next time you won't be so lucky. Config gets down to B. Blame coming through the smoke. Apex sees a shadow, and he knows. He takes that opener. Nevera's on the top of the hut. JKS could drop vent, but he's just going to hide behind it as Nevera swaps sides. Moving to the vent. Rush getting spammed. That's the bomb. JKS could try and capitalize here as he hears Nevera shoot, but that smoke is a bit of a problem. He can't go through it.
JKS should have the drop on him here. Yeah. He's not ready for a player tucked vent, and there it is, the blindsiding from JKS. Molly lands too deep as well. While that will kind of hamper the vent drop a little bit, it's not going to put a stop to these players in the door. Shoxy, though, again with this ramp flank, and this was the saving grace for Vitality a couple of rounds ago. Well, he drops the bomb there, and that's forced the rotation of Config back up through the vents. Complexity, it looked like they maybe wanted to go down B. Well, now they kind of, hands are tied to get into this A site somehow, some way. Even if they don't commit, they've had to fight to regain control. And now they drop down the vent, but Vitality is seemingly one step ahead. ZywOo already rotating to ramp, misses the player crossing and doesn't land the shot to Config. It's him and Shox in the 2v2. And Shox once again flanking, once again with this big out position to try and make a play. We're looking at him in the double doors to be the difference maker, and there it is, him and ZywOo, a terrifying twosome to go up against, right? Individually, they're two players you can never write off in clutches, so when they're up against you in an even odds 2v2, that is a really rough spot to be in.
Not even odds. It doesn't feel like it, at least. Yeah, and someone made the call that they dinked Config coming out of door as well, so ZywOo even whips out the USP for that 2-on-1 when he realized Config was last alive. That's a nice attempt for Cole, right? Getting back into A. Config has to come up vent to try and assist, and he opens up A, creating a path for the bomb to get down lower, but yeah, clutched on by Vitality. And ZywOo, 13-37 scoreline. He is quite the elite player. 7-6, and trying to run away with the last 2 rounds of the half. JKS right out the door, back to his usual tricks on A. He's going to go through to Nivera's betterment. Sprays him as he comes through the back the lineup, turning around and killing everyone on A. ZywOo still to play against. A path for the bomb to get down lower, but Shox clutched on by Vitality. Get a bit of a backstabbing. ZywOo 13-37 scoreline.
Yeah, but he's done it so much, right? They were both ready for that. Oh, it was holding.
The last 2 rounds of the half.
And even though he was keeping an eye on the door, they still sent Blame back into the lobby just to double check it.
To Nivera's betterment.
ZywOo's re-mollied. That's either going to go. There's the push. And it was dead. Down he goes.
ZywOo still to play against. A path for the bomb to get down lower, but
this might just be the save for ZywOo. We've been getting that little parting gift onto Comfy. Yeah, but he's done it so much, right? I thought he was going to kill it, right? I thought he was going to. And even though he was keeping an eye on the door, they still sent Blame back in the hands, right? Because they know Compy's side, they haven't even seen Blame re-mollied. They think he goes running in for the volley. Down he goes. Died to a door player. Could have even been a second player sight, right? So it might just be holding on to the odds. That's kind of the extent of getting that little parting gift onto Compy. He's done it so much, right? I thought he was going to kill it, right? I thought he was going to. And even though he was keeping it on the door, they still sent Blame back in the hands, right? Because they know Compy's side, they haven't even seen Blame re-mollied. They think he goes running in for the volley. Down he goes. Died to a door player. Could have even been a second player sight, right? So it might just be holding on to the odds. That's kind of the extent of it. And that little part onto Compy. He's done it so much, right? I thought he was going to kill it, right? I thought he was going to. And even though he was keeping it on the door, they still sent Blame back in the hands, right? Because they know Compy's side, they haven't even seen Blame re-mollied. They think he goes running in for the volley. Down he goes. Died to a door player. Could have even been a second player sight, right? So it might just be holding on to the odds. That's kind of the extent of it. And that little part onto Compy. He's done it so much, right? The error in this round is that lobby aggression. He's well back to the very brilliant trade. They kill what they have to bomb. Blame re-mollied. They think just in time. This was a 2-on-4, and we talk about just in time. Well, now we need Justin Savage and Compy. Hustle their way through this one. It is going to come down to JKS. The error in this round is that lobby aggression. That lobby and now very brilliant trade. They kill what they have to bomb. They think just in time. This was a 2-on-4, and we talk about just in time. Now we need Justin Savage and Compy. Hustle their way through this one. It is going to come down to JKS. The error in this round is that lobby aggression. That lobby and now very brilliant trade. They kill what they have to bomb. Just in time. This was a 2-on-4, and we talk about just in time. Now we need Justin Savage and Compy. JKS beautiful way through this one. It is going to come down to JKS. Just in time. This was a 2-on-4, and we talk about just in time. Now we need Justin Savage and Compy. JKS beautiful way through this one. It is going to come down just in time. This was a 2-on-4, and we talk about just in time. Now we need Justin Savage and Compy. JKS beautiful way through this one. It is going to come down just
A Nova. Okay, he's going to use the Deeg instead. Soak it in, Harry.
I need a minute. I need a minute, Shocks, man. You crazy, bro. I can't do it. I need a minute.
Oh. Well, right back we go.
Yeah. Let's get back into it. Rush to get us there, maybe. Nevera. Well, Deeg out. Otto. Rush is out as well. JKS, it's all eyes on him. And now he wants to go with the Shock shoes on. Here he is with the peak, but Nevera Deegs him back. It's 11 on the board for Vitality.
This game is bonkers.
This is nuts, isn't it? Oh, I love it.
Otto on the AWP now. Money's a bit skewy for Vitality, right? Those anti-ecos, both of which get very close. So not really rolling in dough right now. Might want to run SMGs. I'm going to guess the Nova was a misbuy, considering he swapped it out for the MAC-10 as soon as he could. And didn't even play it. Gets the eco. Nova feels pretty good, but we know how inconsistent shotguns can get.
I want Vitality to play 4v5 and then just let Shocks wait and then just have these moments every game. I mean, to be fair, like he's doing that just fine anyway. Oh, some things aren't meant to be seen by the eyes of the immortals like you and I, Hugo, and that was one of them. Oh, blameF, the lineup in the door. It's almost dirty, but RPK is swift with his response. Cancels that out almost immediately.
Yeah, saves Apex's life, and that's important because now they're going to line up smokes outside. Where will they be going for? Ooh, this, that, the other. Those, them. Pick a smoke, Apex. There we go. No garage smoke, so they're going to play inside of it by the looks of things, moving close behind them. Otto flashes out, but no one's there to capitalize off the utility. Config, is he walking the door smoke? Yeah, he's trying to take lobby right back. It can be big info for Cole, but it won't really save them from what is coming, the impending doom of this wrap. The run boost over. Otto doesn't know, and Shox has got the shot. Great stuff. Otto was so, you know, drawn to Secret, and he never even saw them in garage. They didn't even need to run boost because he wasn't looking. Apex does find Config in the meantime. 2-on-4. Cole screwed in this round. Rush needs to make a play. He's the only man in a position to do so. JKS is cordoned out. Rush catching Apex move. He's lost the A site.
Yeah, they know Rush is here. The only one with a bit of an element of surprise could be JKS. Now giving up his position and wrapping into ZywOo. That is certain death on the cards. Rush, his turn to clutch, his turn to give it a go. RPK, however, just says, nah, mate, you're done. You're cancelled. 12 on the board for Vitality. And once again, the money is just gone for Complexity. Oh, it went from looking like they were going to be able to do something here on this map, right? With like a pretty convincing
you know what
first
we wouldn't
half.
have found if we would have stayed on the trail?
Domination getting picked up by Vitality. They're not letting off the gas. They have been winning everything, man.
It's a bit of a shame for Otto as well, right? Like, he's holding Secret. He thinks they're going, you know, you got to know what the plans are with certain smokes. And with those smokes, it was just to get Vitality into garage. As I said, run boost, not even necessary. They could have just dry peeked him and he wouldn't have even been looking. Very quick, though. (12-7), 4 in a row for Vitality in this second half alone. And Colt back to pistols. These have looked good. Shox has looked better. 20 and 7 to his name. Vitality looking towards ramp. There's a heavy setup here. 3 CTs boosting. Nivera's running through. He might get this info ahead of time. He sees the boost. He only gets one, but that set his team up for success. The third man coming up from B. Otto also finds a frag, but it's only pistols. Config set up in lower early with Blame, but back to A they go. Apex is contacted out into the A site, and there's no one here to stop him. He makes the call, and that gamble B doesn't even matter.
And we might be nearing that point where Cole, they've got like 1 or 2 rifles left in the tank, and that's really the extent of it if they don't start winning soon.
Filth.
Config, that's a nice dig, but shouldn't transpire to much more beyond that, surely, unless he does want to just try and throw caution to the wind and give this one a go. But with time already so far ticked, like he would need these 2 kills in an instant, and so with Shox and RPK split up the way they are, it's undoable for Config. Not that I think he was ever going into this with the intent to win it. Gets out of it with the AK at the very, very least, but that's really the extent of it for Cole. That's kind of the happiness of this round. Hey, we got an AK. However, they are down 7 to 13.
Yeah, running out of chances. Will there be an answer? Maybe even just attack, a moment to breathe for Complexity. They've been suffocated. I like the ramp setup. It was the right call. They read it. Still doesn't trade favorably. And even though they get a 2 for 3, Apex just walks out A. So B-Stack is neglected, negated. Otto back in with the AWP. Sat on ramp, alone. Early rotate down lower for JKS. He drops Secret and checks the vent. Nothing there, so he comes up and helps outside. Now, he can be flashed outside by someone like Config. But look how slow Vitality are in this gun round. They're just waiting. They're just trying to figure out where Collar's stacked. They're looking at Secret from Silo. JKS can't make a Apex. Vitality, there are 3 players essentially playing Yard against them. They haven't seen a single one. This is great tucking for Cole. Very patient play. It might pay off in the long term as Vitality think Yard is a lot clearer than it actually is. Nice flash.
Yeah, good stuff to get some usage out of JKS early on in this Secret position. Nade does even more to make that worthwhile, and they still don't know about Blame F in back garage. So he's like the little nasty surprise in the center of this whole outside hold. Config gets beheaded, and ZywOo looks very, very aware that this is going to be the case. Oh, never mind. He checks everything apart from the one place he had to check. And ultimately, that's the one that matters most. The rest of the gang are going to try and blitz their way into A. To do that, they've got to get past Rush, and they will deal with him, but a lot of damage done. They really slowed down this A play. Bomb trying to get planted by RPK, and they do respect it. They do let him get the bomb down. He should be dead to the Heaven Wrap, but right now, Otto's waiting on the ladder, trying to pay his respects as Nivera's gone in the lobby, and there it is, the late Heaven Wrap, not read by RPK. Complexity, they move on to an 8, they recover there, they put that round up on the board. Great usage out of JKS early on, right? Set up by his teammates to take that early engagement, to whittle down the outside play. And then he follows through on the retake as well. So closing this gap, 5 between them now. Still a little ways to go.
First CT round as well. Better late than never. ZywOo can't AWP, he's got a rifle for this one, but hey, he obliterated Config in Heaven last round. If he checked Blame, could have been a very different situation for Vitality. Instead, back to the smokes. Straight out of spawn, there's a Molotov down, but it's on the roof. Oh, that's going to disrupt the smokes of Vitality. Love that from Complexity. This is a team, Blame and Keita especially, they know what kind of teams and which players throw smokes out of spawn, and therefore they know whether to molly or not. It works in both ways as well. They know which teams throw Molotovs to disrupt the smokes, and as a result, you'll sometimes see Cole throw late smokes to avoid that exact play. Despite the smokes getting cancelled out, Vitality still get down lower. They've got 2 players in B right now. Same story for Cole. Baited in with the door open. Nice shot for RPK. The AWP just gets slapped in the face. JKS anchoring B right now. Blame can come in on a wrap, and he has. Killing Shox from Decon. 4 on 3. Still committed to this lower side, but with no split. It's just down to the ramp men. Nice nade.
Yeah, nade from Navarre is perfect, right? That's allowed for a B plant to come in. The only man who can have any say in that matter is BlameF waiting at Decon. Config's also given a bit of a berth to get down through the vent, and while this is happening, Rush has set up a ramp, so you got this nice little 3-pronged approach. However, one of them's gone already. BlameF deleted over in the Decon door, and Rush caught out in the open. Still good for that kill to Navarre, but that's where RPK comes in with the right hook. Vitality onto 14. Still money for an investment for Cole, but the scary thing about this investment now is if they lose it, well, then they're force buying up against 15. Not where you want to find yourself by any stretch of the imagination. Plus, I got to say this as well, right? I don't want to keep running the clutches from Shox into the ground, but he's had 3 of them in this game, and they were in back-to-back-to-back rounds, which is the most mind-blowing part. Like that is a stat that only he could have, you know,
3
like
in a row.
1 to round out the half, 1 to open the half, 1 to save the anti-eco.
1v2, 1v1, 1v4.
Yeah,
Of course.
unreal.
Bit of a gamer, this guy.
Not that you would know, just looks like another day in the office to him. He's chewing his gum, he's like not even cracking a smile. But then when they win, he's the most animated guy ever. But the moment the game's live, right, you just get like this cool, calm, everything's fine. Game ends, he's like, yes! It's unreal, the difference between the 2 of them.
Love it, dude. The passion.
I can't yell for real though, my mom and dad are asleep upstairs.
Yeah,
so,
don't want to wake them up.
Shox creeping outside, he's got the rest of the team behind him. Will they check close left for Blame? They will, and Shox there just pierces through and takes the head right off of the beast outside. Otto trying to go above this smoke, and he is good for the trade at least. Any more in the tank for Otto. There's the double, back in the advantage of Cole, and that outside play now is bid farewell thanks to this AWP. Locking down outside,
Nice.
just keeps on putting up numbers, and that's exactly what we needed. We needed someone to step up, and hell, man, if it's the standing, Complexity will take that.
Yeah, Otto's had a really good game in comparison to yesterday. He's had a lot of key rounds, and this is one of them, 3 in the bag. And Cole just needs 2 more to push it over the line. RPK running, and Rush looks down at the right time. Otto obliterated against ZywOo, who will drop down B, but only faking it. He doesn't even make the noise, really. He just fakes the ladder. He just climbs up the ladder. So now he has A. Do they think he's lower? They can't see him. They can't figure it out. He's right below Otto, or rather the AWP in Config's hands instead. He will just peek. It's Config for crying out loud. He doesn't wait. And even if he did, there was Rush coming in through the hut as well. It's another Cole round. 1 of 2 in the CT side. This was great, this shot. Ooh. After Otto's sick round, he just gets 2-tapped. And pistols out for Vitality. Cole, they've stemmed the bleeding. They've forced a low economy round, and maybe they can make this game interesting yet.
BlameF has been able to get across into Secret. Oh!
What?
I was about to say, like, with how that smoke is, that should favor him as well, but it doesn't matter, apparently. Apex just 2-taps him out of the round. And it's also like, yeah, you guys ain't getting the AK. I had to grind for this. And he's on that grind. He's taking it outside. Otto looking to deal with him. They will emerge up over the rafters, but there's the drop down from Upper. Yeah, you take out our leader, but we're here to get that revenge. 3-on-3, the AK now in the hands of Nevera, AWP in the hands of Shoxi. Config and JKS both clearing outside. So at this point, they know that it is either up through heaven or more likely out of these two options is the ramp play. And Rush and JKS are both already adjusting to deal with that. However, Vitality have pumped the brakes. They've slowed it right down and they wait for the re-aggression. That is such a good read to mop up Config close on that flank in through behind. Now they sit with the advantage. This has gone from like a round that Vitality should have never picked up to one that they are in such a commanding lead in, right? 3v2, Rush is almost dead as it is. So instead, we're looking at JKS, the man who was to be the hero here. He's wielding the famous French weapon against the Frenchman. Is it going to betray him? Is it going to betray them? It's RPK locking it in, and with that, the round is done, right? That's 15 for Vitality.
Yeah, Rush to get out of here. He should try and save. No kit, 8 health. Nowhere near the bomb plant. It's Vitality. They get it done with pistols, Harry. Apex tapping Blame outside. Who, I mean, like, you can't really fault Blame for that death. He's had a rough game, sure, but that is unreal for Apex. May died to the AWP straight after, but they drop in on the AWP, picking it up, and more guns at that. Very calm mid-rounding from Vitality, right? They're so fine at just stopping and walking together, making no noise, giving no inclination as to where they're going for Complexity to rotate or to gamble. They've just got to guess. And so Rush upper, JKS lower. If either of them get 2 kills, it's a winnable round. If not, it's probably just a straight-up save. Look at this shot. How on earth? Honestly, from watching a lot of people play that position, I feel like more often than not, the T crossing red smokes wins that fight to a close secret player. Like, I feel like more often than not that is the case. That being said, pistol versus AK should not have been that easy. 15-9. Or for ZywOo, SMG on Shox. He could have bought full, but he's going fast instead.
Yeah, he wants to get in there, right? He wants to get stuck in, and maybe to his detriment, he's at least been that spearhead on the offensive to get the rest of Vitality in there, get them moving, get the people going. As now just Otto and JKS have to try and keep this game alive in a 2v4. Nade into the site, doesn't quite deal with RPK. And to make matters worse, ZywOo is just Molotov JKS out of heaven. That's slowed down a round in which Complexity don't really have time in anyway. And JKS with no kit in an impossible clutch. It's all said and done. Vitality, they lock in the vid. But let's head into word. We've already seen a bit of a masterclass from Vitality. We've got ZywOo looking good. We've got Shox clutching. Like, I can't even wrap my head around it. And then we got the rest of the gang doing what they do. Apex with great entries, RPK being the tank that he is. And then you've got that X factor in Nevera, who I still think we have yet to see the best from. RPK gonna open this round up, entering out through the long doors. And this pistol round is already off to a rip-roaring start if you're Vitality.
Yeah, straight up cat they go. They drop off, though, for the fight. Nevera killing Rush. There is a trade, but into spawn with the tap. And this is a bit of a crazy start. Config lets him pass. Oh, the backstab, killing RPK, but Shox does get past him. He could go to B. ZywOo tries to trade. Config is trapped. Shox looking to clutch again. Surely he can't start this map. How he shut down so many others, but Config cleans it up. And great little lower play, hiding behind the box, finding all three. Look at this.
Yeah, lights out from Config, right? Yeah. Just tucked himself in, is able to pick it up. And I do think if Complexity want to have any chance, Config is going to prove to be key. Like, you know, you need your big fraggers to be showing up. And for that, I'm looking at Config and I'm looking at JKS. BlameF as well on there. But I don't think, you know, like yesterday in that Astralis game, it felt like a lot of it was coming down to him and Config in particular. I want to see more from JKS, and on Nuke, we definitely got to see a lot of those glimmers of like excitement and the reason we are so hyped about this guy. 4 spies in for Vitality. They've given the AK over to ZywOo. They're stacking up outside of this B site, looking to go for a B hit. To do that, you got to get past this 1-2 punch of Config and JKS. That is not going to be easy. Config still with a smoke and a flash as well. That could be used to blind everyone, and everyone is just full white in the tunnels. It's utter chaos, and there's the lineup. Config bested in the head-to-head by ZywOo. And B, now open. There's a chance at a bomb plant here. Shox has just got to get across into the site. Him and ZywOo, terrifying duo to go up against, right? Even if it was just one of these two, you'd be scared. The fact that it's both of them. Oh dear, it's like 2 generations of French CS in one place. 2 generations, both done like incredible things. Smoke down in the door. Shox picked that up, and now he's also onto the M4 as well. Complexity, they flash through. They're trying to pick up the pace. They're trying to get stuck in. Shox emerging from behind the box, and ZywOo nails his shot as well. They get it done. Between the two of them, they find that round for Vitality. The second going their way. And it is a harsh comeback down to earth for Complexity. Immediately, the response is in from the Vitality camp.
Those are perfect flashes as well. Both ZywOo and Shox were fully blinded, and still they pick it all up, dancing around the box. Force right back in for Cole. That's all you can really do at this point. Deagles, Scout, Otto saving for the AWP. Apex picking up the old sniperoo right down the middle. Got a cat push from Rush. Config at top mid, killed from lower. Shox dropping hinge smoke, but they're going to try and push through. It looked like it. RPK's killed another man. Rush's cat push denied, and the mid push cannot come through with a smoke like that.
Apex is like, man, if they keep fighting me, I'll keep doing damage. And Shox then swoops in to mop up the remaining players.
Yeah, I think he made the call that he hit one, and Shox didn't get an assist. Now he knows Otto is nearby, and he forced into Nevera on the Molotov. No escaping, no survivors. 2-1, and we've got a full eco here for Cole. So kind of round that you just want to, you know, smoke the doors, push long, stack A, cross all B. I don't know, what else really can you do in a round like this? Lose is probably the only answer.
Oh, the double nades into the door. It's like they're aware. It's like they know. Nevera getting stuck in, farming some of those eco kills. Vitality up to 3, and now Complexity finally buying back into this game. You're going to get the AWP on Otto as well. So hopefully that's something for them to go off with. remember, right, earlier on in the year when we had that switch, when Alex left Vitality, you had Apex take over as IGL. It was quite like an exciting time, but also there was a lot of uncertainty around it. He's been really, really good in the IGL role. And I think with the direction CS has taken as a whole, this idea of having your IGLs lead from the front is more prominent now than ever before, right? Like you think about the French legendary IGLs before that point, you had guys like Happy in there where it was all about being on the other side of the map, you know, like lurking while you IGL your team. And Apex's transition, you know, going from entry fragger to IGL couldn't have come at a better time, it feels like. Because even he's looking like reinvigorated by the whole thing, the new challenge, the idea of chasing it. And this round is getting laid to rest very, very quickly by Vitality. This is looking dominant already. This first rifle is shaping up to be a Vitality round through and through, and it's only JKS left. They're already hunting him. They're already hunting down this last man, and they get it. ZywOo, long-range MAC-10 to put 4 on the board for Vitality. No money once again for Cole. This is a very, very rough start, and it's only going to get worse for Complexity from here on in.
Yeah, that was a gun round, and they make it look like an eco, just a clean sweep for Vitality everywhere, all over the map. 4-1, half buy for Cole, and ZywOo keeps the MAC-10. He knows he can make even more money, almost maxed out, setting towards B very fast. RPK spotting, so they can't go lower without the info. He sees Config, doubles back, but the call is there anyway. Apex with a nice spray, can't transfer. Willie a nade rather. Hit my cough button. Of course I did. 4-1, and Vitality looking to make it 5. It's a quick mid-pop. Otto's in spawn, but the double smokes come through to keep him out of there. And the double Molotovs. There is really no getting through this choke. B is theirs. Only JKS here to stop him, and he can't put up a kill.
Yeah, that's it. That's the 5-1 locked in. I mean...
Well, again, Shox. That's 2 rounds in a row he sprays someone through that smoke.
Unreal, man, unreal. And it's scary, dude. Like ZywOo, if he's just playing, if he's just having a normal day, like just average, he's scary enough. When you like factor in that horrifying combo of Shox in form, ZywOo in form, and then at that point, like you only need the rest of the guys to just kind of have an average day in the office.
Haven't even talked about RPK.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's so scary, isn't it? Like, there's so many players on this team who can step up. And be it the flashiness of Shox clutching or the stubbornness of a guy like RPK who just won't give up a sight, won't give up a fight. We're into this 4-on-4 now. At least Otto with that AWP delivering the opener. Vitality get up through Catwalk. They get out through Long as well. They've got a lot of ground on this map, and it's only getting stronger by the second. Shox with the 180. Oh, he turned around. It's all gone wild. And Apex will get rid of Otto over on the short side. What is that?
Shox's jump forces the leg shot. That would have been a kill if he didn't jump, but Otto hits him in the legs. Oh, boy. Trial by fire. And Otto gets burned. He may have found the opening kill in this round, but it was swiftly locked back in by Vitality. Blame, man, he's having a rough day as well today. Didn't really show up back on Nuke. Picked up very early on in this round. Up on Catwalk to the MAC-10. Vitality is spreading out, looking for kills. Config saving the AWP, finds one in middle. Posted on Long as well. If you're Vitality, maybe that's where you call out the hunt. Like, you have max money. You can fully send and go for it. There's no problem there. But unlikely you're going to be able to get through these long doors with 2 players here. Maybe just play for the stats. But yeah, I mean, almost everyone is at max money. And that really shows where we are right now. 6-1 for Vitality. Blame never knew Apex was so close. And look at this jump from Shox. Just spinning. Hard to hit. Vitality, they hit hard. Looking to knock Complexity right out of this tournament without even sweating.
Config's boosted up here on Cat. This could be good. Oh, no. They're underneath the crosshair. Apex with the opener. Straight down into mid as well. Not messing around, not getting hung up on this position. Yeah, that puts him in the prying eyes of JKS, but JKS is not long for this world. As they're already into B, they've already over on the side. They don't even have the bomb. They've got to go back for it. This is just Vitality styling on Complexity right now.
It's getting kills too quick. They're so shocked at the pace they find openers. Like 2-3 seconds into the round and they've got a double kill.
Oh, we already have B. I guess we should go get the bomb. We weren't even prepared for this. Nevera knows, flash high, Blame gets ahead of it though. That's at least a pretty expensive gun taken out of the hand of Vitality, but it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter, because at this point, as you've said, right, they're maxed out in the money pretty much.
Hunt.
And so they are just hounding down these players every single time. It's actually worse for BlameF there that he goes down and the damage he's going to inflict to Vitality. Well, Rush getaways. James Bond as well, 007. Now he's corrected that with that kill onto ZywOo.
Hello.
Okay, not normally an AWPer, but here it is, the big old turret on the French tank looking for this kill. Oh, the no-scope. He didn't even scope in, man. That's such BM. He knows he doesn't have a lot of time, but he definitely had enough time to scope. He sits there waiting for the jump and accuracy to all that reset. And he's like, yeah, I'll do it to him.
I'll do it to him, mate. That is like
your turret's turning, they're calibrating it. Whoop.
Look how, that's just gambling that, like, oh, maybe I'll kill him, maybe I won't. It doesn't matter. If he saves the gun, oh, well, we're 7-1. That's insulting from RPK. Double AWP for Cole. Surely something, surely a solution. Otto found an opening kill on long earlier with his first AWP. This time, he sat back on the A side. Config is in middle. Flash his way out. The AWP on the T side in the hands of Nevera, back up mid. ZywOo playing in close. Config, that's a good timing to back up. The flashes come through and ZywOo's putting pressure on middle. The AWP on Otto, watching long. He hears the jumps here for Shox. Can he hit the shot mid-air? No. ZywOo's getting tagged. Don't know where from. Maybe Blame in middle, but either way. Oh, sorry, Nevera, I'm low. Can you throw me the AWP? Fine, ZywOo. Armed and deadly. Cat executes, Smoke's coming in. Are they going to commit, or will Shox just drop spawn for a mid to B? That is exactly what's going on. Shox is down below. JKS anchoring B alongside one of those two AWPs. He's been dinked through the wall. Swinging, great flashbang, but he can't hit the shot. Apex with a turnaround. Config Smoke to the back of the site. Trying to find anything but two missed shots. The molly and the nade. There is no surviving this B take. Vitality and a 4-on-3. It's a save.
Yeah, and it's almost like a sad sight to see a guy like Config looking that desperate just for like a corner that's safe, just anything to stay alive. He's like, please, surely somewhere back here is not covered in fire or grenades, but no, he meets a very unfortunate end. Vitality, they're hunting again, of course they are. That's how you keep winning, right? You just keep this money down low. With the loss bonus, if you're saving on 3 in particular, you know, you're good to keep buying. You're good to keep these guns out. But if you're losing even one of these players, then suddenly, oh man, but what about if you lose all of them? Then it's just even worse, isn't it?
Oh no, they smoked it.
He is sweating bullets right now. They're all, oh no! Apex giving us a little twirl, putting a little style on it. Compliments to the chef. Vitality 8-1. Complexity calling a tactical timeout because it's all gone pear-shaped. This wasn't how it was meant to go. Look. He's just looking for anything, man.
It's not fair right now. Yeah, I mean, the CT side of Nuke, like, for sure, the first game was competitive, but so much of it came off of a good T side for Cole. Right now, they might not get a T side to play. They get 2 rounds CT Nuke. Right now they got 1 round CT Dust 2, and Vitality, I don't see a reason, a way that they would slow down. They have so much money, they're not going to eco for the rest of the half. The second the bomb's planted, everyone is pushing.
Mate, the bomb isn't even down in some of these rounds, and they've already got half the team looking for more kills.
Shox is in CT spawn 20 seconds into the round. You know something's going wrong on Dust 2.
He's like, art? Who is art? No, I am art. What I do is a work of art.
Bomb left in T-spawn, no need. Just go for the frags. Vitality. Blame flash into mid, but tucked was ZywOo. He was looking into the wall. Never received any whiteness, and he will show us some brightness, finding a pick. Tough start for Cole, as most rounds have been. Shox peeking out long. Otto playing close. Config's been spammed through the door to 3, or to 9 rather. Oh, good flash. I mean, what can you do there if you're Otto? You're just full whited on the corner. Vitality setting up for this A take, moving out through long. There are 2 players in the site. JKS doesn't want to make his move too early and get killed by a lurker. Config, lovely shot there, but Rush, mollied out of the site, has to take a fight onto long. He doesn't even get to pick his battle. RPK chooses it for him. No long smokes, because if the smokes are down, you can't kill them. So they just fight, and they just kill everything inside of the spawn. Vitality up to 9. They throw one of the long smokes, and so they fight through the gap.
And they go, no. Don't throw the other. Don't throw the other. That's not needed, so it's okay. I would love to set a bit of a challenge to our observers. Could you get us on the POV of the person dying in a fight so we see how it's looking? Because like with some of these duels that we've had, it feels like the Complexity aren't even actually seeing Vitality as they're swinging. You know, you've seen those videos where it's like simple kills, but from the other guy's POV, like that. That's what I would love.
All right, Jakey, give us dying players, if you can, in this round. On either team. That's easy. Oh, it's Rush right now. Hey, Rush.
It's Rush?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Great to have you, buddy.
I felt more confident if it was going to be Jakey doing it. Now it's Rush. You know, we'll make it. No, I'm kidding.
Harry,
I love Rush, dude. I love Rush.
9-1, brutal scenes, not just in the server.
Up through short. Otto does have this this AWP over at the car. But he's not getting pressured yet. Vitality, right? They're very, very tactful in this. Like, they've been messing around. They've been having a bit of fun with it. And now they know, like, the big rifle round in, big buy, big up round for Complexity. So let's go a little bit back to normal. Let's slow it down a bit. Let's make him think, oh, all right, where's this push coming in? Well, it's over here in middle right now for Vitality. They faked the cat control early on. Flame's already boosted up on top of the box. And he's got this crossfire with Config set up in middle.
First round, no one's killing anyone. Oh no. It's the old B crunch. And there's only one player here. There's so often been a double setup. Config can come from middle, but he's getting drawn in by Apex, throwing in utility. He throws a door smoke from middle. That is JKS just getting obliterated through the smoke fade. Can't see a thing. Config's turn at the chance to make this round interesting. He's got to kill something through B, but no kills offered up. And in fact, we might just have a saving round for Cole. At what point do Vitality start hunting is the question. Config is still here, and they don't know that yet. This is the most patient round we've seen from the Frenchman. Taiwu, surely he's not ready for this. And there it is. Config with 1. Now they got to run back to the site. Oh, wait, we were hunting. No, he could defuse. He will not. Apex in, T-spawn. Dead to the AWP of Otto. Nice read, Rush. But yeah, this is a pretty uneventful round, sadly.
Yeah, right? I was going to say as well, the problem with Rush is he's so good at observing where even trying to pick
keep your eyes closed, 'cause you wanna lie in silver for your own. Don't take liars when they're superimposed, 'cause they wanna raid your dreams when you're alone. Falling down, you get back up, 'cause you are own, and you're breaking through your rivals till they know you're a warrior.
Yeah. Oh, well, actually, he's nailed it there.
Did a really good job,
I was going to
yeah.
say, like, normally, right, even when he's trying to pick the wrong guy on purpose, the one who's going to lose the fight will always just be on the right guy. It's like Rush is actually the deciding factor in who gets the kills. Vitality onto 10. Well, not much to say, is there? Complexity. Can they get a second round? That's the question we're all kind of dying to know right now. It is really nice to see Vitality looking this good, right? I don't want to be all doom and gloom for calling it. They're at this event with a standard. I think no matter what, you just have to say, like, yeah, they showed up, they tried to do what they can, but they didn't have a lot of time.
Ooh, yeah.
I think, if anything, we need to be excited about what Vitality are bringing to the table right now. This is fierce, man. They ain't messing around. They're flat out here dominating Complexity. 11-1. 11-1 for crying out loud.
Well, that was a good example of seeing players not even really get a chance.
Yeah,
Brain
right, that
pops
was
through the
great.
smoke, he disappears. ZywOo B picks 2 at the same time, and then they just clean up the long retake. Like, yeah, it's just beautiful work for Vitality. They're just so crisp right now, and not even really needing to try too hard. The one round that they've really sweated was that cat fake back to a B take, and even that was easy as well for them. Orb swapped out after a couple shots down from Spawn. Vera running out middle. Blame, nice bit of aggression there, but it's punished. Traded it after 1. At this point, you take trades if you're Cole. Orb tagged, and Otto finishes the job. Lovely stuff. Needed something like that. Apex up cat, Rush on the other side, and Apex has the pick. Now setting up Util on A. There's only one player here. Will Apex drop? That's the bomb. That's a big kill for Otto. He could win this round on his own. He'll need to.
Yeah, he's going to have to, right? You don't have a choice in the matter. It's not a could. Now it has to be a should for Otto in this 1v2. Apex and RPK, 2 of the old boys for Vitality left up against him. And RPK's just holding, he's just waiting. He's like, nah, the kill's going to come to me. And it certainly might. Otto, will he be ready for this? RPK's been stood here the entire round, and it's the read from RPK to put 12 on the board. I love it, man. It's like all game, really, apart from that one round where everything slowed down drastically, all game, Vitality have just been holding W and running around killing people. And then it gets to the 2v1, and finally they're like, all right, guys, you know, let's not let them get a second here. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. RPK's like, yeah, I got him. He's coming. He's coming this way, right there. And he does. Man, the changes of pace, it's just masterful. And Cole, you know, at this point, I don't even know what would have to happen for them to get back into it. These are the kind of moments where you find yourself checking out a little bit.
Yeah, it's
really
like,
what
hard.
can you even do? Like, this is Vitality now with all the confidence in the world.
It's CT Dust too. At a certain point, you can't even like outcall your opponents. Like, there's very little Blame can do or say like, oh yeah, we'll do this and it will work, because Vitality playing spawns, playing very fast, just trading, and I say trading, they're rarely dying to need to trade. So yeah, like it's making the best of a bad situation. Cole, a little bit of a cat retake here. Apex is coming in with the backstab. Are they going to turn around and hunt him down? Yes, but look at him escaping. He's playing with his food. He's drawing them out while the smokes are up, and they need to move before they fade. Shock's in a great position with Nevera covering as well. RPK looking at the ground at Car, and he waits for them to pop out before he does the same, tapping back, and the round is done. And yeah, there's just honestly not a lot Cole can really do or say on CT Dust 2. It's Vitality's breeding grounds. 13-1. And the last buy, the last hurrah, the last chance for Complexity, probably in this tournament. Auto snipers are out. Get those Dak-Daks raring to go.
Apex is bringing this one back then, huh? All right, down through mid, go with the auto snipers.
Nice to be on the other side.
Yeah, right. Haunted him, so now it can haunt someone else. He's passed on the curse. No kills found from it, though. Config was tagged in the process, but he's got that orb. That's not the end of the world. I'm still, you know, like trying to Trying to build something up here that maybe Cole can get a second. Now, I don't think that's going to lead to them making this comeback happen. But as I say, like for Cole, they've been given a lot of rough hands on the end, like run up to the end of this year. And so I think at this point, right, it's just kind of show up at this event, see what you can do. I don't think anyone's going to be judging them too harshly other than themselves, right? You know what they're like, you know what Blame and Co are like, very, very serious in their approach to this game. So can they get it? Config and Blame, they've got it down to a 3-on-3. Bomb plant looking to come through. Vitality, they've got this site control. RPK with that bomb, and Complexity going to group up with all three moving in through the tunnels. Now ZywOo is here, currently has his back turned. Will have to keep his wits about him because hot on his heels is all the remaining players for Complexity. And it's a bit of a mow down, bit back and forth actually.
They go A. No,
They're running with the bomb to A. They're
So
really,
mean.
Vitality are just getting dirty with it now. This is the disrespect and a half. RPK running with that bomb. And ZywOo's like, I will be the hero. I will be your hero, baby, but it's actually Otto to deal with him. All right, now it's RPK in the 1v2. They might have given them a chance to get this second round.
Where does he go from here? No way he drops. Is he going to wrap back or just try and play spawn and hope that they don't come from this position and he can catch them off guard coming up the ramp? This is actually a really interesting play, but he's going to get caught from Blame if he doesn't turn soon. Blame walking up on Carl right now. It should be a free kill. He's looking the wrong way. RPK's gone deep, and Blame with the taps does close it out. Cole, they salvage something. They win a second round. It was a nice try from Vitality, but Complexity showing us something, and that's all you can really ask for. It's a bittersweet ending, potentially, to this tournament. Will that be the case, or can Cole run it back and bring us to Overpass? It will require one hell of a feat, and join us to see that feat after the break.
Isn't over yet. You lost one fight, but it's not the end. So get back up and fight again. Take one step, take another. Find the strength for your brothers. Erase the doubt with your battle cry. You feel the earth move to the drum of steel boots. Banish the fear inside. You're strong enough that you don't have to hide. No, you don't have to hide. You're strong enough with your battle cry. Clash of steel spills your blood. A whisper out fills your head, but you have to fight again. So take one step, take another. Find the strength for your brother.
And Vitality, they've done it. Oh, wait, hang on, no, actually, wait. I'm a little bit early for that one there. It's 13-2 right now at the end of that first half on Dust. Vitality already 1-0 up in this series. And they're looking to get it laid to rest pretty quickly, if I dare say so myself, Mr. Byron.
This is Masuta's easiest day in the office.
It is Masuta's easiest. I did say he would prove to be a key player, and all I'm saying is we didn't see this yesterday. And Masuta, clearly quite the cheerleader, sat on the sidelines.
0 deaths in this series for Masuta. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. Let's hope he can keep it up here as Nevera takes his seat and runs wild. Vitality really running the show on the T side, going wherever the hell they want. Through their opponent's spawn more often than not. It's Cole running a T-side pistol up long. They got the smokes down, shocks to the peak, dead to the P250 of play, and RPK does trade. Now this could be a chance for Cole to get back in, so a very important pistol indeed. A dink onto ZywOo on the boost. They back up, they know these kills are going to be hounded down by Cole, so they look to punish. The jump shot denied onto Apex, and it's ZywOo and Nevera on the 2-on-4 retake.
Oh, ZywOo's trapped here. And yeah, he's going up for that little vintage jump shot into the A-bomb site. You could think of a few other French players who have given that one a go, and it didn't end so well for them. So does actually end up being this this third on the board for Complexity. So that's at least something they could try and build up in this second half a little bit. Nevera. Oh, JKS though, up on the catwalk, there to lock it in. So Cole on to 3. And, you know, I'm joking coming into this saying, oh, yeah, Vitality, they've done it. I mean, you know, they probably have.
Nice backtracking.
With how this is looking, they probably have. It would be unreal if Complexity can pull this back, and that's why I think no one's thinking they can. There's a power to them if they're able to get something done. I think at this point, it's more just trying to salvage something respectable here. And they're at least on track to do that, but first you've got to get past this force buy, and that's already caused them problems today, these Vitality forces.
Nice nades, but they're very deep. The smoke comes in, they swing with it, and Blame misses the shot. Hit down to 30. Might even trade that AK out, yeah. Giving it over. Config running down mid, now far more armed and far more dangerous. Cole taking this round by round at this point. Doing the best with what they got. Cole now have to deal with this triple cat setup. Config's ready for it. ZywOo spotting and spamming. Nice shot for Config. Double down, maybe a third. RPK says no, it's a 3-on-3 with an AK grabbed. Bomb is on Xbox. RPK doesn't know he can't hold on to it, but they've got to jump up to get it. So unfortunately for RPK, that smoke, if anything, is a bit of a problem for him as he can't hold on to the bomb. But it does mean he gets to back up, reroute, and try and play this 3-on-3 out. Oh, sorry, it is actually up on Cat. It looked like it was on the box, but yeah, he gives it up anyway, regardless, knowingly. Not a worry. Vitality have aggroed B, and ZywOo has cleared out the upper tunnels. There's 3 and lower. They're going to walk out mid with a smoke. Looking like a retake round for Vitality, but no kit currently. However, lots of flanking going on, and ZywOo's going to be in the tunnels with his back covered to try and pick these players off as they enter B.
Oh, ZywOo. Very well-placed shot to JKS. And yeah, overcoming these force buys, this might not happen unless Rush can do the impossible. And it's actually RPK to steal that one away through the doors. Vitality with the force onto 14.
Yeah, and now
it's done.
Yeah, now it's done, right? Like, surely. Collar broke. They got $1,400 to $2,000 a player. They don't even get a rifle round in. Vitality win with a force buy, and that's just brutal. Deegs and a scout.
Yeah, they can at least give us something cool to remember them by, right? That's what you're hoping for. Config is certainly someone who can deliver these moments. So let's see what he's able to get done with the Deeg. In Blame and Ottened out through mid. ZywOo holding from the crossroads, but only checking it occasionally on a timing because he's also got to watch Cat, and that's where he's preoccupied with right now. So that does give them a good chance to try and come up through middle. We're going to hinge on Rush getting this smoke off in at CT, and that's if they want to, right? That would kind of give a bit of a warning out to Vitality. They will do it. And so now they know what's going on the Vitality side. They know it's this mid to B play. JKS coming in late through the tunnels. Right now, the attention of these players on the site is firmly fixated into middle, as that gives JKS a little bit of room. He does put down Nivera, and Rush is there to deal with Shoxy. We're into a 2-on-3 with the bomb getting planted inside of this B site. Fast through the tunnels are Vitality. ZywOo drawing the attention away into middle, and he does spot JKS there. They know he's close, and while blinded, ZywOo puts that kill up, and the second as well. And just like that, Vitality are on to 15, not breaking a sweat yet. This has been a really nice series from guys like Config. Unfortunately, you know, it's not a one-man show. And Vitality coming on to Dust, I think we're huge favorites to 2-0 this.
Yeah.
And I think the dominant fashion it's happening in is only credit to Vitality. For Complexity, you know, I think while some people will already be disappointed with the showing here, I do think important to remember the standard 5 days before the event. And if you're heading to what is essentially like the end of the year, like World Champions, World Championship is essentially what this event is like meant to encompass, like the best teams, the teams that had to work so hard to get here. Well, if you're going there with a standard, I think it's only right that you're going to have a very, very rough time. You know, I think that does the event justice in terms of the other teams. I think it would have been more detrimental if Complexity showed up here and we're like knocking teams out and wrecking them. I don't think that would have done justice to the other guys.
Yeah, there's no second chances in an event like this, right? 8 of the best teams across 2 regions. So yeah, it's a shame for Complexity to disappear with a whimper, but we wish them luck for 2021. Hopefully coming back fresh-faced, and obviously not just dealing with a standard, but a new player, JKS. Kind of less attention on him due to, you know, everyone having to focus on helping Otto out in a matchup like this, but or, you know, even just preparing for this event. Regardless, they've tried their damnedest. And also, the 2 matchups that Cole get, probably versus the 2 best teams in this tournament.
Certainly one of 2, right?
Yeah.
Like at least in Vitality, who are people's favorites to make it to a grand final. Whether or not they win it, right, is going to be yet to be seen. But I think a lot of people are watching Vitality right now, looking and saying, is this going to be them rounding out the year as the #1 team? And for that to happen, sadly, that involves sideswiping Complexity out of the event, which is what it looks like is going to happen right here, right now. A play for Cole as they try and get up through the catwalk. ZywOo here with the Galil, flashed in by Apex and RPK, giving him a lot more room to maneuver. And there it is, the spray down to almost end it all, helped out by Apex, and Vitality lock it in.
So let's get this one